But when my uncle appears in Santillana, the people will rise, and that will be the end of Lopez. It could work, agreed Forrester. Your uncle was well liked. I suppose you've prepared the ground in advance? She nodded. The Democratic Committee of Action has made all the arrangements. All that remains is for my uncle to appear in Santillana. He may not get there, said O'Hara. Someone is trying to stop him, and if it isn't Lopez, then who the hell is it? The Comunistas, the girl spat out with loathing in her voice. They cannot afford to let my uncle get into power again. They want Cordillera for their own. Forrester said, It figures. Lopez is a dead duck, come what may. So, it's a gear versus the communists, with Cordillera as the stake. They are not quite ready, the girl said. They do not have enough support among the people. During the last 2 years, they have been infiltrating the government very cleverly, and if they had their way, the people would wake up one morning to find Lopez gone, leaving a communist government to take his place. Swapping one dictatorship for another, said Forrester. Very clever. But they are not yet ready to get rid of Lopez, she said. My uncle would spoil their plans. He would get rid of Lopez and the government too. He would hold elections for the first time in 9 years. So, the communists are trying to stop him. And you think Grievous was a communist? Queried O'Hara. Forrester snapped his fingers. Of course he was. That explains his last words. He was a communist, all right. Latin American blend. When he said Vivica, he was trying to say Viva Castro. His voice hardened. And we can expect his buddies along any minute. We must leave here quickly, said the girl. They must not find my uncle. O'Hara suddenly swung round and regarded Rhoda, who had remained conspicuously silent. He said, What do you import, Signor Rhoda? It is all right, Signor O'Hara, said Aguirre weakly. Miguel is my secretary. Forrester looked at Rhoda. More like your bodyguard. Aguirre flapped his hand limply, as though the distinction was of no consequence, and Forrester said, What put you on to him, O'Hara? I don't like men who carry guns, said O'Hara shortly, especially men who could be communist. He looked around the cabin. All right. Are there any more jokers in the pack? What about you, Forrester? You seem to know a hell of a lot about local politics for an American businessman. Don't be a damn fool, said Forrester. If I didn't take an interest in local politics, my corporation would fire me. Having the right kind of government is important to us, and we sure as hell don't want a commie setup in Cordillera. He took out his wallet and extracted a business card, which he handed to O'Hara. It informed him that Raymond Forrester was the South American sales manager for the Fairfield Machine Tool Corporation. O'Hara gave it back to him. Was Grievous the only communist aboard? He said. That's what I'm getting at. When we were coming into land, did any of the passengers take any special precautions for their safety? Forrester thought about it, then shook his head. Everyone seemed to be taken by surprise. I don't think any of us knew just what was happening. He looked at O'Hara with respect. In the circumstances, that was a good question to ask. Well, I'm not a communist, said Miss Ponsky sharply. The very idea. O'Hara smiled. My apologies, Miss Ponsky, he said politely. Rhoda had been tending to Mrs. Coghlan. Now he stood up. This lady is dying, he said. She has lost much blood, and she is in shock, and she has the soroche, the mountain sickness.